we did a Google form and we sent it to all of the people from dance and we kind of made them choose between us, and I could not wait till we saw each other to do this, so we're doing it on Zoom right now.
We're so excited, but also, scared at the same time. Not that we're not taking any offense to this. We want truthful answers because most of the time at dance, we're known as, a pair. We don't really get, individuality. So we're just curious to see.
Yeah. I'm scared. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like we're doing a webinar. Alright, first one. Gabby Castillo. What was your first memory of us? Athena, Nutcracker. We had the same friends. Isabella, good friends with Athena. We just got along. That's nice. Do we look like sisters? No. Who would you rather get a duet with in a show? Athena. Who would you rather have as your ballet teacher? Isabella. If you had to spend a day with one of us, who would you choose first? Athena. Who is meaner? Isabella. Who is more likely to cry at dance? Isabella. I feel like that's because of the masterclass situation.
Oh my god.
That's a story for another time.
I've cried at dance a few times.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really cry at dance.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever.
I've cried at the show once because I forgot my part, which... Anyway. If you needed advice, who would you go to first? Athena. Who is most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. Do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? Yes. If you had to student teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? Athena. How old are we? Write a number for each of us. Isabella 16. Athena 16, Isabella 15. Correct. Who is funnier? Isabella. Who do you think edits our YouTube videos? Athena. Correct. How uncomfortable did this make you? It was fine. Alright, thanks, Gabby. That wasn't that bad.
No, not at all.
Mia is in 6th grade. What was your first memory of us? Write one for each. For Isabella, me and Emily wanted that pink skirt, so we both bought them so we could twin with her. And Athena, I remember telling Emily I wanted to be her friend. That's cute.
Aww.
Do we look like sisters? Yes. Who would you rather get a duet with in the show? Isabella. Who would you rather have as your ballet teacher? Athena. Those I feel like were good answers.
Yeah.
Pretty equal. If you had to spend a day with one of us, who would you choose first? Athena. Probably because, we're besties on Snap. Who's meaner? Athena. I snap back all the time. Just saying. Isabella doesn't. I'm not discriminating. Who's more likely to cry at dance? Isabella. If you needed advice, who would you go to first? Athena. That's reasonable. Who's most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. Also reasonable. Do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? No.
How sweet.
If you had a student teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? Isabella. I love how she put question marks to this one. How old are we? Athena 16, Isabella 15.
Correct. 16? 15?
Who's funnier? Isabella. Who do you think edits our YouTube videos? Apparently Isabella's really funny. Who do you think edits our YouTube videos? Athena. Correct. And it was fine. Alright, thanks, Mia.
I'm happy we're not making them uncomfortable so far.
Well.
Gianna!
Hey, Gianna. What was your first memory of us? Athena. I don't remember that. Okay. My first day at the studio, when I was trying my first class in the summer, you lent me your shoes. Well, thanks for remembering that. I don't remember that. I'm sorry, Isabella. I'm not going to lie. Isabella, I was afraid of you. Do we look like sisters? Yes.
Wait, I want more context behind that, Gianna.
I want more context behind mine, because I don't remember that. But thanks for that memory. Who would you rather get a duet with in a show? Isabella. Who would you rather have as your ballet teacher? Athena. Wow, this is a trend here. Which is interesting. This is interesting. If you had to spend a day with one of us, who would you choose first? Isabella. Who is meaner? Isabella. Who is more likely to cry at dance? Isabella. If you needed advice, who would you go to first? Athena. Who is most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. Do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? Yes.
It's okay, I'll have you, Gianna.
You had a student, this is interesting though, because both of them said, if you had a student teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? They say you, but they'd rather have me as a teacher.
Yeah, I find that funny.
How old are we?
Interesting.
15, happy birthday, Isabella. And 16,
Thank you.
question mark? Yes, correct. Who's funnier? Isabella. Isabella's really funny. So far. Who do you think edits our YouTube videos? Athena, yes. And she hated every second of this. Thanks, Gianna.
Okay.
We made someone uncomfortable. Priya.
Very.
Isabella. I remember that one day when I was probably a white belt and I saw her and I was like, I just wanted to be just like her because she's such a good dancer. And I remember she had the side bangs, which was not the best, but still a vibe. Athena. I thought you were really mean when I first saw you. Keep in mind I was 5, but I also thought you were I think she meant quiet and to yourself. You kind of scared me a tiny bit. LOL. But I also thought you were an amazing dancer too.
Okay. You're a threat.
Okay. Well, everyone says that about me. They're like, oh, you're really quiet. I thought you hated me. Even out of dance. I don't know why. I don't hate anybody. I mean, not here at least. Do we look like sisters? No. Who would you rather get a duet with in a show? Isabella. Everyone's doing the same thing. Who's your ballet teacher? Athena. Probably because you're meaner as a ballet teacher. I'm more chill. If you had to spend a day with one of us, who would you choose first? Isabella. Who's meaner? Athena. Sorry.
I find it funny. To be fair, I feel like I am kind of mean to Priya. But I'm mean with
Priya,
love.
when am I ever mean to you? Okay. Who's more likely to cry at dance? Isabella. If you need advice, who would you go to first? Isabella. Isabella is most likely to dance in the future, yes. Do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? Yes. If you had a student teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? Isabella. That's so strange. Everyone's doing the same thing.
I know. That is really funny.
Isabella's not 14 anymore. She's 15.
Yeah. You missed the birthday,
I am 16. Who's funnier? Athena. Oh, finally I'm funny. Athena does edit our YouTube videos, and it's only made her 4 uncomfortable.
Okay. It's not a 5. Not as bad as Gianna felt.
Okay. Alexandra. Our first memory was Isabella. That's the first memory.
She explained that she couldn't remember.
Do you look like sisters? No. Who would you rather get a duet with in a show? Athena. Thanks. That's the first one. Isabella. Oh, wait. She's switching up. She's switching up. Isabella as her ballet teacher. She's doing the opposite of everybody, which is strange because she'd rather spend a day with me and everyone else would rather spend a day with Isabella. Isabella is meaner and Isabella is more likely to cry at dance. If you need advice, who would you go to first? Athena. That one changes.
Mhm.
Isabella is most likely to dance in the future. Isabella will not be lost when Athena leaves.
Oh, thanks, Alexandra.
If you had to teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? Isabella. So nobody would co-teach with me? Okay. Me and Isabella are not the same age. I'm 16. Isabella's funnier. And I edit our YouTube videos, and it made her 4 uncomfortable. Okay. Sophia! Guys, join the Sophia fan club.
I heard Sophia.
What was your first memory of us? I don't know, I just saw you at dance. You guys are really good dancers. Okay.
Thanks.
Do we look like sisters? No. Isabella. She'd rather get a duet with in a show. She'd rather have me as a ballet teacher. So she's going back. So, Alexandra was the odd one out there. She'd rather spend a day with Isabella. Isabella's meaner. More likely to cry at dance. And
that's remaining constant.
If she needed advice, she would go to me first. Who's my most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. She will be lost when I leave. And, she would co-teach with Isabella. She is correct about our ages, 15 and 16. I'm funnier this time.
Congrats.
I do edit our videos. I'm glad they're all getting this right. And
We
she
made her.
hated every second of this. Fallon!
Fallon!
This one's a little... She didn't really answer these. She did it in a pattern. Isabella, giving her pink belt was her first memory.
I remember that. Best day of my life.
Athena, boring around her as Snow Queen when she was Clara. I remember
Aww.
that. Do we look like sisters? No. Would you rather get into the show, Isabella? Would you rather have me as a ballet teacher? Well, I guess we can't say she. Her finger would rather have me as a ballet teacher. Spend a day with Isabella. I'm meaner. That's a first. Actually, no, that's not a first. Priya thought I was mean for some reason. Who's more likely to cry at dance? Isabella. If she needed advice, she'd go to me. Isabella's more likely to dance. Isabella will be lost when I leave. If you had a student teach with one of us, she'd co-teach with Isabella. Still, nobody wants to co-teach with me for some reason. Is it that bad, Isabella? Because you're the only one that's co-taught with me, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Isabella's funnier, and I do edit our YouTube videos. She hated every second of this. Okay. Emily. Emily is in 5th grade. What was your first memory of us, Isabella, when she went on stage then came off again? Specific? Making Baker's rest. Listen, I've known you for a while, and I only started this a year ago. Is that the first memory you have of me? You just did not care before that? It's okay. We look like sisters. She'd rather get a duet with Isabella in a show. She'd rather have me as the ballet teacher. She'd rather spend a day with Isabella. So, like, it's very... Athena's meaner. Okay. Isabella's more likely to cry.
Okay, that question is definitely coming from that one masterclass.
Yeah, nobody said I'm crying yet, so... If you needed advice, who'd go to first? Isabella. Who's most likely to dance in the future? Actually, I think Mia said I was mean too, which is weird. But anyways, Isabella's most likely to dance. Isabella will be lost when I leave. Oh my god, I have my first co-teaching thing. Thanks, Emily, for wanting to co-teach with me. Isabella's 15, so...
Happy birthday yesterday.
Isabella's funnier. I do edit our YouTube videos, and it only made her 3 uncomfortable.
Okay, that's not bad.
She's half and half. Emma!
We miss you, Emma.
What was your first memory of us? A dance class. Nice. We look like sisters. Who would you rather get a duet? Wow, this is also my first duet, I think. Thanks, Emma. She'd rather have me as a ballet teacher. She'd rather spend... I don't think anyone wants to spend a day with me. Kind of sad. Isabella's meaner. Isabella's more likely to cry. She would go to me for advice. Who's most likely to dance? Isabella. She will not be lost when I leave. If she had a student teach with one of us, she'd co-teach with Isabella. That's a year off for both of us.
Yeah.
So. But she's also been gone for like a year, so I guess we just didn't age in her mind. I'm funnier. I do edit our YouTube videos, and it only made her 3 uncomfortable. Danielle. I thought you guys were really scary because you guys are really good. Thanks, Danielle. I don't know about the scary part, but we look like sisters. She'd rather get a duet with Isabella in a show. She'd rather have me as a ballet teacher. She'd rather spend a day with Isabella. Isabella's meaner. More likely to cry at dance. She'd go to me for advice. Isabella's most likely to dance. Do you think Athena will be lost when... do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? Yes. If you had a student teach with one of us, who would you co-teach with? Isabella. Isabella, she got our ages right. Athena's funnier. Oh, thanks. I say that because nobody thinks I'm funny for some reason. And I don't think I'm funny either, but I don't know.
Okay, but I don't think that I'm that funny either.
Apparently you're really funny, according to everyone. And it only made her 3 uncomfortable. Gabriella. For Isabella, I was in the middle of class and she walked in asking Miss Erin where to go. Later, I just remember someone I saw in daily class. Athena was the same way. She was one of the first advanced kids I met at the studio. Over time, both just became noticed through technique.
Okay, can I just say, writing is beautiful. Sounds
Yeah,
like
really.
It's an essay.
That was like an English essay. Do we look like sisters? No. She'd rather get a duet with Isabella. I don't think anyone wants a duet with me either.
Sorry.
She'd rather, but everyone wants me as a teacher, which is good because I am
true.
teaching next year. So, if you had to spend a day with us, Isabella. Still, no one wants to spend time with me, but okay. Isabella is meaner. Isabella's most likely to cry. At least I'm not a crier.
Well, sorry.
If you needed advice, who would you go to first? Athena. Who is most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. Do you think? Yes. I don't feel like saying it again. This is getting like really repetitive. Oh my god, another student teacher. Correct ages, and I'm funnier. And I do edit our videos, and it only makes me too uncomfortable.
That's good.
Haley.
I don't remember.
Do we look like sisters? No. Who would you rather get a duet with in the show? Isabella. Who would you rather as your reality teacher? Athena. If you had to spend a day with one of us, who would you choose? Athena. Oh my god! I get to spend a day with Haley because she's the only one that wants to spend a day with me.
I get everybody else.
I'm meaner. Okay. Who's more likely to cry? Isabella. If you needed advice, who'd you go to first? Athena. Who is most likely to dance in the future? Isabella. So far, everyone knows I'm not dancing in the future.
It's something we talk about.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think Isabella will be lost when Athena leaves? Yes. She was student teacher Isabella. That is our ages. I'm funnier. Okay, it's getting better. Who do you think edits our YouTube videos? Athena. And it made her 5 uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
The eldest. I'm guessing this is Aiden. What's your first memory of us babies? We look like sisters. No. He would rather get a duet with Isabella. Which makes sense because they just had a duet. But I don't know if he meant partnering or not. But whatever. He would rather have me as a ballet teacher. He would rather spend the day with Isabella. So basically, out of our 4, nobody wants to spend a day with me. Which is kind of sad. Especially since I invited them all to my house. Who is meaner? Isabella. Who's most likely to cry? Isabella. If you need advice, he would go to me. Isabella's most likely to dance in the future. Isabella will be lost when I leave. He would rather student teach with Isabella. 16-15, correct. I'm funnier. And I edit our YouTube videos, and that made him 5 uncomfortable. Alright.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty half and half for if we look like sisters. Everyone would rather get a duet with Isabella except for that 27.8%. Everyone would rather have me as a ballet teacher except for 11.1% want Isabella. Everyone would rather spend a day with Isabella except for 33.3% of me. Who's meaner? Isabella mostly, but it's kind of half and half. I didn't realize how half and half that was.
Yeah.
Isabella's 100% likely to cry at dance. Most people would actually go to me for advice. I didn't notice that. I thought it was you. Isabella's most likely to dance in the future. Most likely, Isabella's will be lost when I leave, according to 72.2% of the people here.
I mean, I agree.
Only 33% would teach with me, but 66.7% with Isabella. And we are 50-50 funny.
Oh, look at us go.
Yeah. I do edit our YouTube videos, and comfort levels ranged.
Okay, well that was a lot of fun, and I'm happy that we did it because we got some laughs out of it.
I want to do something else like that one day.
Oh yeah, the first thing everybody said to us, and they were like, "Don't take offense. I didn't know who to choose."
Yeah, no, we were like obviously okay. Like that wasn't that bad. Also, so
no, not at all.
It's like air drying. Anyway, I hope you guys like this, and we aren't really sure what our schedule is looking like for vlogs and stuff, but we're gonna continue to do more videos like truth or eat a cheese ball. Stuff like that, challenges and stuff. But I thought this was really fun to watch. So yeah.
We hope that you enjoyed.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay. See you later. Bye.